And we're back with RPW's TV main event. We've been waiting for this one, 6-man tag team action as the RPW Tag Team Champions. We're talking about the Cash Vault with their manager, Charlie Cash, teaming up with this man that should be seen coming out, Jeremy Vane, the RPW Heavyweight Champion. Talk about champions.
Well, wait. Conspicuous, though, by his absence is hit for hire Bobby Moore.
Is Charlie Cash going to wrestle? Wouldn't that be a sight? And right now, Jeremy Vane, the RPW Heavyweight Champion. Rob Adonis, one half the RPW Tag Team Champions. And as you said, conspicuous by his absence, player is hit for hire Bobby Moore, and who is going to take his place? Because this match has been signed for some time as a 6-man tag team match. We talked about an explosion because those tag team belts have been eyed by the usual suspects ever since they lost them. And I tell you what, Kyle Matthews has an eagle eye on the RPW heavyweight title held by Jeremy Vane. So this matchup could mean a lot for the challengers who are looking for title matches, and not just that, looking to gain titles. So we're gonna have to see what happens in this matchup because we have 2 men instead of 3.
Don't worry about where somebody else is. We're here to talk about one guy in particular, and it's not him. Kyle Matthews, you have come out here for weeks now dwelling on how close you were to becoming the NWA World Champion. But the fact is, you lost. You lost miserably. You embarrassed yourself, you embarrassed your parents, and you embarrassed this company. And all of these people have the embarrassment of you being their hero. So, Kyle Matthews, in a few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly why you don't want to be in the ring with me one-on-one. But since you've already made a case to get there, I'll tell you what I'll do. On the 12th, you're going to have the opportunity to go through the Cash Vault. And if you get through the Cash Vault, you may be able to get to me. But we all know you won't be getting through the Cash Vault. And hey, don't worry. You won't even be facing Mr. Adonis first. That's right, Rob. You've got better things to do. Bobby Moore will be here on the 12th, and he will destroy Kyle Matthews. And all of you can finally see what we already know. And that's that Kyle Matthews is a loser.
No way. Michael Judas, the priest of punishment, a man who struck fear in the hearts of Jeremy Vane, Bobby Moore, Charlie Cash, and Rob Adonis, and now apparently has been bought by Charlie Cash to be a partner here. Now, I've never thought of Michael Judas as fan favorite, although the fans certainly enjoyed his actions against the Cash Vault. Is it true, Bill, when they say that money talks?
It appears that it is in this particular case, because the first time we saw Michael Judas, he was taking on Jeremy Vane.
But Ted DiBiase used to say, and still says, everybody has a price.
But you have to wonder, what kind of alliance is this?
Certainly not a holy alliance, that's for sure. And Jeremy Vane certainly would much rather see this man on his side than against him. And Rob Adonis is the man that certainly can almost look him in the eyes. You're talking about the priest of punishment, a man who thrives on administering punishment to his foes. And I don't think this is a friendship deal.
Well, we had no idea that this was going to happen, but I guess that there is an unholy alliance. The man refers to himself as a Judas, and certainly he is. I guess Where's Miss Allie? Because she still has opponents to introduce here.
Tell you what, I think she's a little bit intimidated by this monster. I know I am. And Michael Judas, a man who certainly is a monster size.
Introducing their opponents.
And now we're going to await the opponents of Adonis and Jeremy Vane and Michael Judas. Who would have dreamed this up? Never in a million years. And now their opponents will come out. First time tag teaming. They have a mission though. One man wants Jeremy Vane's RPW heavyweight title, and two men want the Cash Box tag team title. And right now, while there's no title on the line, and while Bobby Moore is not here, certainly if a pinfall or submission takes place, that will catapult these guys into #1 contendership and potentially title matches. And now we await the third member of the team.
And we got an amazing match here, but fans, we need to take a short break. We'll be right back and get this match started. What a tremendous main event.
Don't go away.
We'll be right back.
And we've got action here as we return from the break. Six-man tag team action. AJ Steele pummeling on Rob Adonis. Kyle Matthews in the ring.
Well, Adonis ping pong ball. Jeremy Vane outside the ring. Michael Judas just standing stoically in the corner. Hasn't done a thing, and it appears that he's not going to do a thing at this point. Jeremy Vane has taken the belt off. He's ready, helping Rob Adonis to his feet, and literally hip-tossed out of the ring onto the pack is Kyle Matthews. Standing tall are the suspects and Kyle Matthews, and in the corner still, staring a hole in them, is Michael Judas.
And Kyle Matthews certainly staring back and just trying to figure this man out. How do you figure a man like Michael Judas out?
I don't know, but it appears Michael Judas is ready to start this match, and it appears the big man on the other team, AJ Steele, and wow, what a matchup this is. A matchup of titans if there ever was one.
Flash of the Titans right here, and we've got AJ Steele, and not many men tower over AJ Steele. This man does.
Michael Judas standing 6'10", over 300 pounds, but AJ Steele no slouch on his own, but he's not used to looking up at people.
Absolutely not, and right now he is having to, but not backing down. AJ Steele would not back down from any fight. And Michael Judas certainly is in this match. For whatever reason, he's in there. He's starting the match.
Well, and and AJ Steele not shy, first one to throw and back and forth. Neither man really giving ground. These are sledgehammers that each are throwing. And now Judas takes over and starts launching blow after blow to the back, and Charlie Cash and Jeremy Vane are ecstatic at ringside as Judas controls the head of AJ Steele, but still neither man has been taken down to the mat, Ben.
I'm sure they feel like this is money well spent, because if they can wear down this man, they don't have to deal with him so much.
Now Judas rocked up but tagged into the match by Rob Adonis, who's taken off his feet by AJ Steele. Michael Judas wasn't aware of that tag.
No, a little confused look on Michael Judas's face as AJ now caught Rob from behind with a forearm, scoops him up, and looks at the power of AJ Steele slamming the big man, and that is a super heavyweight.
Cover there, but only a 2 count real early in the match, and not really a 2 count at that. Should have hooked the leg, but now they're taking over on the big man, Rob Adonis. I would think they'd want to get Jeremy Vane into this match as quickly as possible, and I know Kyle Matthews would like a piece of him. Oh, slice and dice right there, and this could be it. Vane in, drags off Murder 1. Vane forced out by referee Dustin Robinson, who's going to have his hands full in this one.
Absolutely. Main event anywhere in the country right here on Rampage TV. Glad you joined us. Leg trip takedown there that time by Murder 1. Off the ropes. Got the Santon on him. Covers him. Murder One, certainly the veteran here on his team, and certainly a man to be dealt with. Has
Kyle
no love
Matthews
lost.
in, and he goes after the big man. Kyle Matthews is afraid of no man in the wrestling ring. Not the biggest man out there, but he'll fight anybody.
Yeah, Goliath, here's your David, because he will fight anyone. He doesn't even have a slingshot.
And now back in the ring is AJ Steele. I don't know, maybe I think the fans at home would agree with me. I would have liked to see AJ Steele and Michael Judas go at it for a little bit more. I'm not sure either man proved to be the better of the other in that exchange.
That would be a dream match for sure, to have two men of that caliber, two men with that potential power, and talk about a firecracker. You know, the man AJ Steele can go off on a dime. I mean, he can just go off on anybody, and going off on a man like Michael Judas, usually the repercussions.
He's got him up, does AJ Steele, has the champ up, and he's waiting right for it. Takes him down hard.
And now AJ Steele looking over there at his
Now
partners.
they want AJ, who quite literally is the people's champion here at Rampage Pro Wrestling, may not have worn the title belt, but you know that's his destiny in the future. At some point, you know AJ Steele is going to be the heavyweight champion here at Rampage Pro Wrestling.
And again, he gets lost a lot in the Usual Suspects tag team. They do so much as a team. Sometimes they're not noticed as individuals. But AJ Steele certainly is a very huge individual, as is Murder One. Murder One, a former champion himself.
I'm beginning to wonder if Murder One is getting distracted away from the Usual Suspects franchise. I know that we haven't seen anything but cooperation between the two, but I've been hearing a little bit of extended ego in the recent conversations I've had with Murder One ever since he started showing up on that Urban Wrestling Federation pay-per-views.
Obviously, Murder One impactful wherever he goes. And right now, working now here on the canvas, the RPW champion Jeremy Vane doesn't know what hit him. And Murder One is certainly a man to deal with, no matter who you're in the ring with, no matter who he is.
Rob Adonis trying to be goaded into the ring. Murder One spits toward his corner, saying, "Come on, big man, you want some of this," but controlling Jeremy Vane all the same time. And here's Kyle Matthews, and he is, oh, my golly, Vane can move fast when he wants to,
Here comes Kyle Matthews in a fly. Wait a minute, Charlie Cash getting up there to block it, and cut out by Rob Adonis.
And look at Adonis, smashes him down. Tremendous elevation on that suplex, and then Vane right in quickly, trying for the cover and the cheap win.
And now Jeremy Vane takes him by the head, throws him out, down to the arena floor. And he crashed hard on the concrete. Very thin pads around that ring. And now it's Charlie Cash right on top of the action.
Oh!
Using
right in
rail.
front of those front row fans. He's thrown face first at that metal railing. You could hear the impact all the way over here. The fans, in fact, lurched back from that. It's so dramatic right in front of them.
When you're ringside, you are actually a part of the action here at Rampage Pro Wrestling, that's for sure. Tag is made now, and Rob Adonis, Mr. Big himself, coming in and going to work now on Kyle Matthews. Talk about giving up weight and size. Kyle Matthews certainly outsized by Rob Adonis.
Body slam there, but Matthews, one of those guys we've said before that'll take on a buzzsaw and give it the first several rounds. He is truly that kind of athlete. We've talked in the past about guys like Mr. Wrestling 2, a smaller athlete. I remember a wrestler back in the day, King Louis Tilley. Even Shawn Michaels was never the biggest man out there, but these smaller athletes were able to overcome overwhelming odds against giant people, and that's what Kyle Matthews does each and every time it seems he gets into the ring.
Absolutely, and right now, Rob Adonis full control of Kyle Matthews. Now sets him up, going for that suplex, standing suplex, holds him way up in the air.
Matthews trying to create a leverage problem, but he's not able to shake the big man who controls the lesser weight of Kyle Matthews with ease. Rob Adonis was compromised early in this match, I think through a mistake more than anything, because he tagged himself in early when Michael Judas and AJ Steele were going toe-to-toe. And ever since, look at Michael Judas. He seemed a little ambivalent about this match ever since he was taken out of it.
And now Jeremy Vane, the RPW heavyweight champion.
Oh, back
very
elbow
aggressive.
takes Murder One down right there hard. I think he may have hit his back against that metal pole too.
And now Kyle Matthews is certainly in no man's land. He is in a wrong place right now and needs to get out of there. I think that part of the reason that Jeremy Vane did that was to get the ire up of Murder One. Probably hoping to come in the ring because that's a distraction he could use.
Now, Jeremy Vane, I thought he was going to go for the VDT, but instead hooks a suplex, takes him down hard. Probably too early for the VDT is Vane's decision. As if he loses it and Kyle escapes, you've got two big men on the other side that are dying to get into this particular match.
And a lot of personal interest here for Jeremy Vane to be in the ring with Kyle Matthews. Kyle Matthews is the man that's hot on the trail to get that title from him.
And you know that Jeremy Vane is going to do everything he can. Well, heck, he's already said it on the 12th. We know now Bobby Moore is going to be taking on Kyle Matthews, regardless of the outcome here, fans. Bobby Moore, and I guess he's going to have to go through him, and then I think Jeremy Vane is suggesting he's going to have to go through Rob Adonis to get to Jeremy Vane. That's a tremendous hill to climb for Kyle Matthews, but that's only one of two matches we know of already, because we also know that the Washington Bullets, last year's tag team of the year in the state of Georgia, are taking on one of the great teams here in Rampage Pro Wrestling. You may not like them, but you got to respect them. Hot like lava. Sean Banks, Crew Jones, what a matchup that's going to be, fans, and that's here on the 12th. If you're watching this now on Saturday morning on Fox 24, you want to make your plans to be over at Johnny G's tomorrow. 3 p.m. bell time at Johnny G's. Bring the whole family and enjoy the whole day at Johnny G's, the best family fun center in all of Middle Georgia.
Absolutely. Now boxing the ears of Kyle Matthews going in, but cut off by Rob Adonis and caught him with that back suplex. Throws him off. And now hooks the leg and in comes
Murder One knew he had to get in at that point. All the body weight there that Rob Adonis used to take over Kyle Matthews, and all the damage that's happened to Kyle Matthews since he's gotten into that match. Now AJ Steele getting frustrated. He was about to come around and get a piece of Charlie Cash. Cash has become more aggressive in these matches lately, I think.
Yes, he has. I think he's taking more of a personal interest with his money on the line, because he's spending certainly a lot of money. And
how much money do you think it cost him to get the Priest of Punishment in?
I'd like to see how he even got in front of the Priest of Punishment to talk to him. That was certainly a scary thing for him. And right now, Jeremy Vane cuts off Kyle Matthews, who was trying in vain to fight back. No pun intended there. Arm puts Matthews into the corner and caught him.
Step up beautifully timed, and you could hear the impact all the way across the building here. Matthews is down, but Vane flaunting it. That's a mistake, Jeremy Vane. You need to get after Kyle Matthews. Any time you give him to breathe is a mistake, and that's an example right there.
He's standing right here.
Could have had it right there. But Matthews trying to get up now, hooks him. He's got another pinning situation. But no, Vane rolls through as Matthews is getting comeback after comeback. Rolls through again, rolled through his Vane. Kick.
Oh, with those teeth, something flew out of his mouth. And I think that's all she wrote.
Murder One is all over himself. He's enjoying that, and now Matthews has the cover. There's
one,
there's two. Break up by Rob Adonis. The big man is in to break up that pin.
No doubt Rob Adonis just saved the skin of the
Murder One, though,
champion.
in at this point. Adonis not paying attention. Bye-bye, Rob. He's on the outside. Michael Judas just watching this at this point. Judas now going down. No idea what he has planned at this point. But
we don't know where the mind of Michael Judas is. 2 men
down in the ring. These are the legal men. And wait a minute, Judas is just watching the suspects as they beat up on Rob Adonis. And now Adonis is down, and double clothesline by Michael Judas.
Don't trust the Judas, that's for sure.
And Judas now, the one man standing. And look at that. Kyle Matthews has no one to tag, and now Jeremy Vane is in position to tag.
Gonna tag Michael Judas, and certainly no friend of his. He's not a big fan of Michael Judas, obviously. Has enjoyed. Oh! There's that red mist, that kabuki-like mist we saw before from Michael Judas.
Blinded is Jeremy Vane. Up on his feet is Kyle Matthews. The Slurpee kick.
Roll over. That's got to be it. 3 count, and Michael Judas blowing the mist right in the eyes of the RPW champion. Michael Judas sitting out mixed singles here today, but certainly I don't think he ever had a true alliance with Charlie Cash. It had to be about money. The winners, the usual suspects, AJ Steele, Murder One, and Kyle Matthews.
Wow. What a tremendous main event here at Rampage Pro Wrestling. But you know what? I seem to be saying that each and every week, and that's only because it's true. Rampage Pro Wrestling, 2001's promotion of the year, and their 2012 is already starting off strong. And right now, Jeremy Vane is down. Wait a minute, Doc Gayton has just come out.
Here comes the GM for Rampage Pro Wrestling, Dr. Johnny Gayton. and he has the microphone.
Jeremy, I believe you were making some statements about how Kyle Matthews is supposed to face Bobby Moore. All right, well, we'll work that out. And if you can get your eyes cleared up, we'll go ahead and book you against the Triple Crown winner, the only one we've had here, J-Rod.
Yeah!
February 12th. That's why you'll have a little something to do while Kyle's taking care of Bobby Moore. Good luck with those guys.
Against the J-Rod, against the champion, Jeremy Vane, on Sunday, February 12th. In addition to Washington Bullets against Hotline Lava. And of course, we know now, Kyle Matthews has to go through the cash vault to get to Jeremy Vane. It'll be Kyle Matthews against Bobby Moore.
And of course, the Bullets, hot like lava. Wow, what a show we're going to have on the 12th. Fans, if you're watching now, you better have already made your plans. You can always get your tickets or reservations over at Johnny G's in advance. You want to make sure you've got the great seat that you all deserve here. Be here at 3 p.m. on the 12th.
Don't miss it. Be there.